Boruto chapter 77 has just released, and oh my god, Kawaki has just sealed Naruto and Hinata away. This is honestly one of the craziest chapters that I have ever read in the Boruto series, and honestly one of my favorite. Kawaki has just come to terms that, hey man, I gotta pack up all of these Osasukis, because at this point, my boy wants all the smoke. He's on demon timing. The first thing that he does to essentially destroy the Shinobi world is teleport Naruto and Hinata away to another dimension, where he does say that he wants to kill all Osasuki, which does include Boruto himself. This right here, man, I could not believe what I was reading, and just to know how crazy it was, here's my reaction to it.
But this time, I swear. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Oh my. GG's, chat. GG's. Sure might seem like that to you. Then again, you're right. Only a crazy person can kill their brother. Yo, Kawaki fucking snaps. He fucking snaps, son. I'll do it, even if it means you'll hate me to death for it. What the f? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. No. Nah, what the f? I didn't ask you to understand. Oh, what the f? Oh my god. What the f?
So I do stream once a month where I do read the Boruto chapter once it releases. I don't look at any spoilers, and I do stream it live on this channel. So if you do want to catch any of those streams when the Boruto chapter does release, make sure y'all sub and hit that noti bell, so every time I do go live, y'all get that notification. And also, if you guys got school or work, because the chapter does drop during the middle of the day where I am, because I'm on the east coast of the US, consider hitting that join button. You get access to all the VODs and all the live streams that I do, especially when I read the Boruto manga. Anyways, let's go into this, man. Boruto chapter 77. I gotta talk about this first, man, because this is honestly one of the craziest things that I've seen in the Boruto series thus far. Naruto has just been taken out of the series. I did suspect at some point that Kawaki was going to do something to Naruto, whether it was to kill or seal him away. I did make a video talking about in the past that Kawaki is going to seal Naruto away. I just didn't expect it to happen this fast. The fact that it happened already shows you that, my god, the time skip actually might happen very soon. It might even happen this year. I know I made a promise that I won't be making any more time skip videos, but bro, the fact that he did seal Naruto away in this chapter, it goes back to the very first episode. It goes back to Boruto chapter 1, where he does tell Boruto, yo, I'm gonna send you where I sent Lord 7th. My guy Kawaki is on demon timing. The first thing that he wants to do is to pack Boruto up. Now, I don't think he's gonna kill Boruto. He's the main character. I don't think Boruto's gonna die again. I think it'd be insane for us to go through that whole trip again, but now that Naruto's written out of the series, who the hell is going to be the next Hokage? All I gotta say is that, just where did Kawaki send Naruto and Hinata? I've seen a lot of discussion, especially in my chat when I was reading the chapter live on stream. Some people were theorizing that he sent Naruto and Hinata to the same dimension where Jigen sent Naruto, where he fought both Naruto and Sasuke. But after rereading this chapter, I did notice that Kawaki didn't even use his karma seal to teleport Naruto and Hinata. He actually used Ishiki's dojutsu, and if you notice, it was very subtle in the chapter. Kawaki used 5 triangles of Ishiki's dojutsu. We know that when Kawaki has access to the eye, his eye isn't actually matured compared to Ishiki's. There's only a couple triangles every time he does use it. However, so far in the series, ever since he did get the dojutsu alongside with the karma, this is the most triangles that we've seen from Kawaki's dojutsu thus far. Ishiki's dojutsu with his eye, it is a complete wheel of triangles. With Kawaki, it's still incomplete and only use a couple at a time, but in this chapter, he used 5 triangles, which shows you that this dojutsu is progressing at a very fast rate. It's come to the point where he can just use this dojutsu at will in its base form, which shows you that Kawaki is getting even stronger. This is one of the craziest chapters that we have seen thus far, and like I said, it goes back to the very first chapter. I'm gonna send you where I sent Lord 7th, but it does confuse me on how does Kawaki go from wanting to kill Boruto to wanting to send Boruto to the same dimension as Naruto. What made him think that way? I'm wondering what Kawaki did to change his mind for him wanting to kill Boruto to wanting to seal him away later in the series. It'll probably be addressed as the chapters come out, but it's sort of interesting to see that Kawaki has a different goal than what we initially saw in the very first chapter. All I gotta say, bro, this chapter was fucking peak, and just seeing Naruto and Hinata's reaction to hearing from Kawaki that he wants to kill Boruto again, and that he was pissed off that he didn't finish the job of initially killing Boruto with Momoshiki resurrecting him. So with that being said, after Hinata heard that, she slapped Kawaki, and this is where Kawaki snapped, bro. He didn't really rage or anything, but he just told Naruto and Hinata straight up, like, yeah bro, I'm crazy. crazy. I'm insane. And I don't really give a fuck, but I'm just gonna seal you away regardless. And that shows you just how insane Kawaki is in this chapter. And the fact that he just did this out of the blue using Ishiki's dojutsu. Damn, bro, this kid is something else. As I said before, he did not use the karma to seal Naruto and Hinata away. He did use Ishiki's dojutsu. So I'd imagine that the dimension where Naruto and Hinata were sent to is probably the pocket dimension that Ishiki has. Now, of course, that dimension is called Daiku Koden, where you have the ability to store inanimate objects. However, the term inanimate objects are the only things that can be stored within that dimension, meaning that Naruto and Hinata technically, according to the implications of how the jutsu works, they cannot be stored within that dimension. However, this is Kawaki's eye and not Ishiki's eye, meaning that there's probably some different implications on how living human beings can be stored within Kawaki's pocket dimension compared to Ishiki's pocket dimension. I imagine that's how the manga will explain it. However, we do know that Kawaki has access to the objects in Ishiki's dimension, as when we saw him fight Borushiki in chapter 66, he was quite literally dropping the pillars that were used in the fight against Kashin Koji when he was fighting Ishiki. When Ishiki first arrived onto the battle scene in Boruto chapter 47, Ishiki immediately started shrinking all the pillars within the room when he was fighting Kashin Koji. When Kawaki got his karma seal and the dojutsu when he was fighting Borushiki, he dropped those pillars on top of Borushiki, meaning that he still has access to the pocket dimension that Ishiki initially had. So I'm wondering what dimension that Naruto and Hinata was sent to. That's a big ginormous question because I've seen some discussion about it online. If Naruto did get sent to that dimension, couldn't he just reverse summon himself to the land of the toads? Wouldn't that be possible? However, if he is in that Daiku Koden dimension with Hinata, you gotta remember that dimension itself, time itself does not move. If they are in that dimension, Naruto and Hinata are essentially alive, but they can't move, they can't really do anything. And since time does not progress at all within that dimension, they really are just sitting there. They're not really doing anything. Where Kawaki even says that once he kills all the Otsutsuki and probably all of the ninja world, he's gonna free Naruto. Where he even says that Naruto could kill him, which even when Kawaki does that, I'm not even sure if Naruto is willing to kill Kawaki. With all the implications knowing that what leads to episode 1, my god, this is incredible setup for the Boruto time skip. I'm sorry I'm taking so long on this segment alone because I know some of you guys want me to talk about other things, but this is humongous since this is the other main character of the series. I'm sorry, I'm glazing right now, but let's move on. Let's actually talk about the beginning of the chapter. We know that Kawaki did confront Boruto about Momoshiki, that he's up to something, but it really didn't come to fruition. I had expected that Momoshiki and Kawaki were gonna clash or at least converse among one another. Kawaki was gonna tell Momo like, yo, I'm gonna pack your ass up, but instead Kawaki backed off due to everybody telling him to let go of Boruto. And since they were in that room, of course it was the cohabitation mission that they were on with Ada, Damon, Boruto, and Kawaki. However, Kawaki bounces immediately. He has Sakuna Hikona, the ability to shrink, and he has the ability to erase his chakra presence. So it's incredibly useless how all these sensory ninja are looking over these four when the two of them, Boruto and Kawaki, can just walk out of that room and not be detected due to them having the ability to erase their chakra presence, which is exactly what happens with Kawaki. Not only that, Ada and Damon leave the room because they want to go shopping. The whole cohabitation mission just goes to shit, considering that once they just left the room, no one's gonna have the power to stop them. These four are the strongest people in the Leaf Village. No one has the power to literally stop them. Ada has that unspoken riz. Nobody can really look at her in the eye aside from Sarada and Sumire. And next I gotta talk about Code. We finally see Code after 5 chapters in the Boruto manga. The last time we did see Code was in Boruto chapter 72, where he did create a 10 Tails army, and after seeing him in this chapter, Boruto chapter 77, we find out that he has over 1,000 Jubi clones. He refers to these Jubi clones as claw grimes, and with the fact that he said that he can make even more, shows you that this army is huge. I initially thought this army was a lot smaller. I thought they were like 8 to 12 considering what was shown in said panel. However, now that the fact that we know that there is about 1,000 and more counting, this army, once it comes to the Leaf, it's gonna be wraps. I made the mistake that Code was gonna attack this chapter, considering that the sensory ninja was not reporting in. I thought Code had begun his attack. I thought that was a small foreshadowing, but Code does say in this chapter that, yo, I would love to launch an attack right now, but since Ada and Damon are there, I really can't do anything. Now that we know that Kawaki sealed Naruto and Hinata away, and with Kawaki hunting Boruto's head down, once that conflict arises and once Code gets news of that, all that battle is going on, I imagine that Code will launch his attack very soon. It's gonna happen eventually. Once Code finds out that Boruto and Kawaki are fighting, he's definitely gonna go in for the kill, sort of like a backdoor villain where no one's gonna expect it. He's gonna come in at the last second and just fuck shit up, because at the end of the day, even though it's implied that Boruto, Kawaki, and the rest of Team 7 can basically be in unlimited code, the fact that Ada and Damon are there, Code really can't do anything. And with the fact that Ada loves Kawaki, once Kawaki tries to fight Boruto, I'd imagine that Ada and Damon will team up with Kawaki, sort of like a Boruto kill squad. And when looking at it, I discussed this on stream, that there's a triangle going on. Not really a love triangle, but more or less just like a kill triangle. On one side you got Kawaki, he wants to kill Boruto. The other side you got Code, he wants to get revenge on Kawaki. And the other side is Boruto. Boruto's just chilling. He doesn't really have anything. Sort of like a ginormous triangle with Ada and Damon in the middle. Ada and Damon most likely will team up with Kawaki, making them a trio of people that will probably attack Boruto very soon in the next couple of chapters of the Boruto manga. This is exactly what I needed, bro. This is exactly what we needed after a lot of build-up chapters and slow-paced chapters that I kind of didn't mind at the end of the day. It did lead up to all of this. I think the problem is the fact that this is a monthly manga, having a lot of slow chapters that happened earlier in the Code arc. It is now finally paying off. After seeing all of this setup, it's finally gonna happen. The next thing I have to talk about is Himawari. I'm very surprised that Himawari has this crazy latent power. Ada is in the Gucci store shopping, finding some jackets and Birkin bags to buy with Sarada and Sumire, right? And with Boruto and Damon there, Damon is essentially shit-talking Boruto, telling him that, yo, you're weak as fuck, bro. You can't do shit about me. I'm him. You can't really do anything. You're not all that strong. You're Otsutsuki, so what, bro? You're weak as hell. Nobody in the village has the power to fight me. Damon is a very cocky person. He looks down on people that aren't strong at all. However, the next thing that we know is that Damon's facial expression changes because he senses somebody. Immediately, he jumps off Boruto's back, runs outside of the Gucci store, and sees Himawari walking down the street. Immediately, Damon is shook. It even got to the point where Damon tries to attack Himawari to see how she would react, and before Damon actually punches Himawari, he does stop the punch right in front of her face. And even though Himawari does brace herself from the incoming punch where she doesn't get punched, of course, Damon is surprised where he even says, why didn't you dodge it? It should be easy for the likes of you. Basically hinting that Himawari has some sort of crazy latent power. That's some Gohan shit. And Damon even says that even though Himawari looks kind of weak from the outside, where she isn't a ninja, she doesn't fight like that, she doesn't even train much, Damon says that, yeah, from the outside she looks kind of weak, but he says he felt some crazy intensity coming from her. What this does show is the fact that Himawari's gonna have a crazy moment soon. Himawari's sort of like the Gohan of Boruto. As we know from Gohan in Dragon Ball Z, Gohan in the beginning of the series, he was portrayed as this weak crybaby. However, there were times in the beginning of DBZ where he just pops off. In the fight against Raditz, he breaks out of the pod and one-shots Raditz, and then he beats up Frieza in the Namek saga. There are moments where Gohan comes off as a weakling, but then has these crazy power-ups with his latent power, and it looks like Himawari has that potential where even though Himawari is this cute kawaii little girl, she has this latent power where if she does snap, it's gonna look scary. And it's kind of funny how even in the latest chapter, Boruto even says that, yo, it's scary when Himawari snaps. When she does snap, the series goes out of its way to make Himawari look incredibly powerful. I mean, her knocking out Naruto isn't even a gag after all. I thought it was. I think everyone thought it was just a gag to show, oh, Himawari's strong. This might be for real. This actually might be something that's true where Hima might be stronger than like everyone in the village. I definitely do think in this upcoming battle, whether it's against Kawaki or Code or even Damon, she's gonna snap for sure. I think it would be crazy if she fights Kawaki, finding out that Kawaki sealed Naruto and Hinata away and wants to kill her older brother. Himawari's gonna feel some type of way where when Boruto ripped Himawari's teddy bear, Himawari had Boruto shook, hiding in some damn closet, screaming like a little baby. I mean, if Himawari sees that Boruto gets killed or almost gets bodied, she's gonna snap for sure. And let's not forget about Mitsuki either. That future vision that Boruto saw through Momoshiki's Byakugan, that's gonna happen very soon. There are some characters in this arc that really hasn't played a pivotal role yet, but knowing their latent power, such as Hima and Mitsuki, we're definitely gonna see them characters pop off very soon. This chapter was crazy, man. Let me know how you guys feel about this chapter in the comment section below. I don't do ratings anymore, but I gotta give this chapter at least a 9 out of 10. This is a W chapter for sure. I had a great time reading this chapter. Seeing Kawaki talk about the Shinobi world, seeing him say that it's become useless when it comes to fighting these Otsutsuki, because at the end of the day, Shinobis will die, which is true. The anime did a great job showing Kawaki suffer, because when Kawaki was in the anime going on those missions with Team 7 post Ishiki arc, they made an example for Kawaki to see all these people die. So the the anime actually, despite people calling it filler and useless, it does add on to that ideology and ideas that Kawaki has for the Shinobi world, and we're actually seeing that turning point right here. This is the beginning of Kawaki's ideology, of him saying that, yo, the age of Shinobi is over. Man, Kishimoto and Ikimoto were in their Birkin. They were in their Duffy. This shit right here, man, peak for sure. 1000%. Let me know how you guys feel about this chapter in the comment section below. Make sure y'all join that Discord for updates. I'm streaming on my second channel. I got a podcast. Make sure y'all check that out. Link in the description. Let me know how you guys feel about this chapter in the comment section below. So if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell as well, and have a good day. Peace.